My gorgeous Gemini, what can I say to you? What can I possibly say to you to make this better? The actual problem that you're going to be dealing with when it comes to July, this is something really, really personal. So you're going to be dealing with something so personal, and you are going to find this like a little bit difficult, but then at the same time you need to understand that something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end, and something, you know, the very kind of significant part of your life has been coming to an end for absolute ages. And you know this, but you have found very, very difficult, you know, how to deal with this. And that in itself, it's really kind of became a bit of a problem, because sometimes in this life, you know, when we do know that something is making us persistently unhappy, when we do know that maybe the certain stage of our lives when we were really, really happy, that's absolutely fine. We are happy for the certain amount of time, and then karmically, you know, that comes to an end. And you know, it's not really bad. It's not really horrible. It's not even dark, to be quite honest with you, because now you have reached this point in your life where you have managed to identify this. And when it comes to the actual month of June, this is July reading, of course, but when it comes to the months of May and even June, this is when a lot started to happen. This is when a lot started to unfold in your life when it comes to May and June already. So actually, to be quite honest with you, you have been through the actual worst already, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so it's to do with karmically specific part of your life, specific aspect of your life is coming to an end. It already came to an end. But sometimes when we are so passionate about something that makes us feel so happy, and then with time we became very content, you know, in our own element, you know, it's sometimes very difficult to come out, because that means that you need to come out of your comfort zone. Now, as I said, things have already been shaken up when it comes to May and when it comes to June, so you have been through the worst already. It's more about the realization that, you know, things are not going to change in your life. Things are not going to move on in your life unless you decide to move on. And that's exactly what is going to be happening when it comes to July. It's about you dealing with something so personal, but knowing and understanding that if you don't make the necessary step, you know, you're not kind of going to be happy, basically. I've just checked if my light was on. You're not going to be happy, basically. So this is why this is so important. And I don't want you to think that this is a negative reading or a bad reading or a dark reading. It's not. It is not bad reading. It is not dark reading, or it's not a negative reading. But I just need you to understand that if you don't do something about it, then you're just kind of going to be, I'm not saying that you're not going to be happy, do you know what I mean? But it's just you're not going to feel complete. You're going to be feeling incomplete. And you are, if you are feeling incomplete, you know, on this earth, you know, while you are this powerful spiritual being, you are my gorgeous Gemini, if you do feel incomplete, this is going to reflect on so many other things and so many other aspects of your life. And yes, you're going to find it very difficult, you know, to be happy. So it's all about identifying, you know, in July exactly, not like really as such identifying, you identified this already, but it's more about making the crucial steps, being strong, standing your ground very firmly and moving on. This is so important for you to understand, and especially when it comes to the first 17 days, the first 17 days of July. It's all about you dealing with this personal thing that you just need to kind of like, you have to think about yourself. And I know it sounds really selfish, but you know, if you're not happy, then do you know what I mean? If you yourself are not happy, it's like that's something that you have to think about primarily. Then, you know, everything else around you is going to be unhappy, because if you're unhappy with a certain element and certain aspect of your life, you're not going to reach that level of enlightenment which you need in order to elevate yourself, where you are persistently growing and evolving and changing. And that's all what it is. When it comes to the number, your number is 16. This is a very powerful number in numerology, but it also means that you are gonna really, you just reached a really significant stage of your life where you grew, you changed, you evolved, and you realize this. And this is why it's important for you to move on, because otherwise this is really going to be holding you down. And most importantly, it's going to be holding down this opportunity that you're actually going to have. And this is why this is so like kind of something that you must not ignore whatsoever, because it's not only about dealing like with the personal issue, but it's also understanding that that is in itself going to bring you a mind-blowing karmic reward, which is within the last 11 days of July going to bring you probably the most significant opportunity of your lifetime, the most significant opportunity, probably the most biggest, the most powerful opportunity you've ever had. And it's also going to happen in such a way where, you know, it's gonna like, you are gonna be going through something really spontaneously, thinking about ice cream and chocolate or something, thinking about something completely different, and then you're gonna run into this experience where you are gonna kind of realize this opportunity that you would never kind of notice before, spontaneously, completely out of the blue. And that particular opportunity is just direct result of your spiritual evolvement, as direct result of the karma, the karmic reward of you trusting yourself and just making the necessary step that you may find it like a little bit difficult to start with, but then you will see there is going to be a really, really significant reward that is actually going to come out of it. So this is why this is so important. And that number 16, it's also like a big mama. It's like a giant mamitas, giant mamita. It's number 16 because the 16 means, you know, it's a sacred number when it comes to signifying the fact that there is going to be this opportunity within the last 11 days of July, which is literally going to change your life forever. Once you become aware of this opportunity, you are going to see things in a completely different light. Things that were kind of scaring you and making you worried before, now they're going to become like such an attractive parts of your life that you're going to really feel drawn towards, you know. And this is also like, oh my God, such a beautiful and unique sign of your spiritual awareness, which is gonna like shot up to the sky number 777 at this moment in time in your life, my gorgeous Geminini. Indeed, what is also going to happen is when it comes to that personal problem and personal issue that you're going to be dealing with, do you know what, already by the end of August, yes, I'm in August now, this is for July, but I'm already by the end of August, you know, you will see like, oh my God, you will see that it wasn't, you will see already that this was like a really, you know, one of the best decisions that you could have possibly made. Already by the end of August, you know, the news and message that you're going to have when it comes to some kind of accomplishment, you will know and you will fully understand that that would have never happened unless if you were honest with yourself when it comes to you, like a walking away from something that is very, very personal to you, where you are gonna walk away from something, but then you're walking towards something much better, much more beautiful, and much more important at this stage of your spiritual journey. So it's all about like a great deal of karma coming to an end with something very specific. And this is something, as I said, that you were aware of for absolute ages, but you were just not lying to yourself. No, don't get me wrong, but maybe you didn't want to hurt certain people in your life within this process. But then again, you can't hold yourself down. You can't hold yourself from moving on. And you know, this is the fact that we need to accept. So this is why this is so important indeed. And you're also going to have such a bizarre dream. Again, you're going to have such a strange dream within the first 7 days of July. Very, very strange and unusual dream. It's not even going to seem like a dream, to be quite honest with you. And when it's going to seem like something in between a dream, in between a vision, in between like an astral projection, projection, in between like some kind of lucid dreaming, you know, in between some kind of premonition, something is going to feel like completely weird. So whether this is going to be a dream, or whether this is going to be some kind of lucid dreaming moment, whether this is going to be some kind of a vision, it is going to be very, very strange what you're going to be dreaming about, which you're not going to kind of understand at all. It's going to be filled with locations and with people that you absolutely have no clue about. And there is, like, you know, to start with, you're actually not going to understand this whatsoever, but you will see, like, just a few days later, you're going to come across some kind of situation that what you're going to see and what you're going to become aware of is going to remind you of your dream. And then you're going to realize, oh my God, this huge mind-blowing connection with your dream. And you're going to realize something very specific that you want to try, that you want to do, that you want to explore. And this is when things are going to become interesting for you, because as soon as you start doing this, there is a very interesting part of yourself that you're actually going to discover. This is brilliant because, again, the powerful moment of reconnection, it's also pretty immediately going to show you a clear direction that you need to follow, that it's going to make your life so much more happier, so much more meaningful, so much more colorful, my gorgeous Gemini. It's like, oh my God, you know, emotionally a lot is going to be happening when it comes to this month, but you need this because you're coming out of something so dark and so messy and so difficult. But the more messy, dark and difficult this is, the more lighter things are going to be at the end of the tunnel. So you just need to work a little bit through the actual month of July, but then August is going to be like absolutely remarkable in so many different ways, because everything is going to start making sense. Everything is going to start making sense to you. And this is how things are going to be right towards the end of the year. In between now and the end of the year, you will be so busy. I can tell you this for certain, my gorgeous Gemini, that basically, you know, the second half of year towards the end of this year, it's going to be absolutely completely different to the first part of this year, the first 6 months. You know, from now onwards, this is all going to be completely different. You're going to be so busy, and there is going to be so much to look forward to. And I can see that you are going to have such a strong connection towards your life, how much you want to change your life, how much you want to work on yourself. But I can see that you are also going to be focusing on your future, like a lot indeed. And also when it comes to nutrition, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the nutrition, is the same thing that I'm gonna strongly suggest to you, is to keep on taking natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system alongside a zinc picolinate. Perfect combination, and it's also remarkable for skin, hair and nails. And the third supplement I highly suggest you, it's organic chlorella, which is rich in protein, omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our mind, for our brain, for our memory, for concentration. And on top of that, organic chlorella is brilliant to detoxify our body from the dangerous metals as well. These are, of course, my supplements that are free from any chemicals, any rubbish, any fillers, any additives whatsoever, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. So here is a vitamin D3, here is zinc picolinate, and here is organic chlorella. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And if you would like to buy these vitamins, and they are on a half price sale at the moment, like, oh my God, they're on a half price sale at the moment for this quality vitamins, like, wow. So I strongly suggest you to buy them. So you can see the link is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or you just simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins and you will see my page coming up that way. Just remember, they're on a half price sale at the moment. And let's just see, my gorgeous Gemini, let's just see what is going to be your card when it comes to the month of July. Let's just shuffle these babies, my gorgeous Gemini. Okay, I need you to chill out right now. I need you to relax and I need you to focus with me. Gemini, I need you to get into this wonderful energy, and doesn't matter when you are you watching this video. This moment is that matters. This bubble, this spiritual bubble that we are all in, my gorgeous Gemini. So I'm going to shuffle this card, and I'm going to see what is going to be your tarot card of the month. Like, oh my lord, it came out by itself. Look at this baby. Look at this, 9 of coins. I mean, absolutely mind-blowing 9 of coins. You see, that means that you are going to have an incredible accomplishment which is going to allow you to live your life the way you want to live your life, okay? Stop thinking about it, stop dreaming about it. Now it's time to go forward. Now it's time to go for it, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is what it means, you know, huge accomplishment which is going to allow you to live the life of your dreams, to live the life the way you want to live your life. So this is why this is so important. This is absolutely brilliant card. You are going to find yourself at the stage of your life where you are going to feel rejuvenated, revived, but you're also going to be working on like so many different things that are going to make your quality of life so much better. You've been neglecting yourself for so long, my gorgeous Gemini, purely because you're so beautiful. You've been like giving your gorgeous attention and energy to other people. I know that you were helping other people, whether these are your immediate family members or whether these are some of your friends, but I know that you were helping someone so much. Maybe you didn't even realize how much you helped to the specific person. Oh, bless your heart. The fact that you didn't even realize how much you helped within the last year or so to somebody really specific only is showing what a beautiful person you are. You are like definitely like not selfish. I'm not saying that you are selfish, but you are so beautiful. You were so beautiful. You helped to someone so much and you didn't even realize what an impact on somebody else's life you made. And now that means, my gorgeous Gemini, that you are also going to have a really beautiful reward when it comes to that as well. Absolutely remarkable indeed. So now what I'm gonna do, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm not going to be talking about dates as such. I decided to kind of focus on the first part of July, mid part of July, and the last part of July. Okay, I just wanted to do something slightly different. Okay, so now when it comes to the first part of July, what you need to understand, but of course that I'm going to start with the very first date now. And I said that I'm not going to talk about the date, but I was just really drawn almost instantly to tell you that the very first of July, you know, there is something that's going to happen on the very 1st of July. You are going to be able to kind of understand within yourself that on one hand you have so much more energy and you have so many more ideas, so you're going to feel very sharp, but at the same time something when you're looking at the outside of things around you are going to seem different. Everything is going to seem like in a different color, much brighter, much nicer, much more inviting. And this is also a fantastic sign that you have healed something very terrible that was bothering you. You've been through something really negative, you know, and it's a lot to do with you having a disagreement with somebody, a very kind of close person to you, like a family member, someone very important to you that you've had a disagreement with, and you sadly realized that, you know, with the specific things about our lives, some people are never going to change their opinion about certain things, and because you're so broad, you're so open-minded, you're able to see the bigger picture of things that are happening to you or around you, whatever. But some people are never going to be able to understand this. So you have a certain disagreement about something very specific with that particular person in your life, and then you realize, you know, you can have a fights, arguments as much as you like, but you're never going to agree on this. So you just have to understand, to preserve this relationship, you need to kind of really go over this, yeah? So you did. That was going on for a while with that specific person, and you did did really, you were very, very smart, and you could have exploded so many times, but you kept it, you know, you kept yourself intact, you know. I don't know if you can say that, you kept yourself intact. Do you know what I mean? I just made it up, yeah, but you know what I mean, you kept yourself intact, you know, instead of like really kind of having a row when you just know. So that means that your level of understanding was already like elevated, you know. No point to waste your energy when someone can't understand you, and you're never going to be able to understand, you're never going to be able to agree on this specific thing, for example. So now this you have actually acted in the right way. So the 1st of July, it's also at the same time, you know, this is like kind of contributing towards you feeling so much more content, so much more light, and you're gonna realize how much was that also like kind of affecting you, and you're gonna kind of like, you know, at the same time it's just gonna come to you literally. You will understand, you will know that somehow you will be able to connect the dots, whether I tell you this or not, because there is going to be the little situation that's going to happen on the 1st of July that is going to remind you of that person, and then again you're going to see that you're thinking about that person in a different light, and not that this is going to surprise you, but it's really going to open your eyes and make you aware of the fact that something changed. And this is why, you know, you have gone through something very difficult, you have responded in the right way, and this is again karmic reward that you're actually going to have. You're going to feel so sharp on the 1st of July, okay, like you haven't felt in absolute ages. But pay attention to this idea that you're actually going to have before the end of the day on the 1st of July. There is a very remarkable idea that you're going to have. And look at this, when it comes to this idea, my gorgeous Gemini, you see this very interesting idea, but at the same time it's important not to have a row and not to have a disagreement when it comes to that idea. And that means that at the moment you keep this idea to yourself, because that idea, by you keeping this idea to yourself, you're going to prevent the unnecessary argument from someone else who doesn't understand you. But also by keeping this to yourself, just few days after that moment in time, you are going to have a vision, and it's more going to be clear to you. And that in itself, it's going to require from you to be as clear and as direct with the specific people who don't understand you when it comes to your personal things as possible. Okay, so when it comes to the beginning of July, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the beginning of July, you're also going to realize that you overcame such a big challenge. You know, you overcame a really big challenge that at the same time it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to really kind of help you to see the bigger picture. And now that in itself, it's gonna be followed not that long after that moment in time. You are going to have a really, really nice, gorgeous, adorable surprise. And this nice, gorgeous, adorable surprise that you are going to have, this happy surprise you're going to have, it's going to come through as in form of the actual creative opportunity, which is bringing like a very much so an incredible initiative into your life. But it's also gonna like kind of like make you aware of like so many possibilities. By the time you get to the mid-July, that already you're going to be able to kind of understand so many different possibilities here that you didn't even understand in the first place. This in itself is bringing a wonderful balance into your life, which is going to allow you to be patient. And by being patient, you're also going to find a meaning. You're going to find a meaning and clarity, especially when it comes to the truth about yourself, the very, very big truth. And this truth that I'm talking about, it's like really just like, it's not like a truth as such, but it's more going to remind you of how much you like dislike certain things around you. And this is bits and pieces of your old life. Now you're saying goodbye, darling. This is the bits and pieces of your old life slowly coming to an end at the same time, because the way things are going to start unfolding. A bit of like a lotus moment, which is very incredible because you've been through so much. So now it's time to show your beauty. Now it's time to shine. Now it's time to do things, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is the truth and clarity that I'm talking about. And also at around a similar time, there is going to be such a good omen that you're going to have, that what you're doing right now and what you're focusing right now, it's not only going to make your whole quality of life so much much better, you're going to be so much happier, you will know exactly what the next step is here going to be. But at the same time, the good omen that you're going to have at around that time, so you have to pay attention to the actual synchronicities. The good omen is also going to make you aware somehow that this all is going to be so good for you, not only personally, spiritually, not only when it comes to your life in general, but also when it comes to you saving money as well. So this in itself, it's like, oh my God, you know, now you are not even realizing the power of being as optimistic as you possibly can here. You need to understand, because it's all going to start with this happy surprise, which is going to make you aware of this creative opportunity, but it's going to end up you like starting the process of manifestation. So what you need to understand, do not think negatively whatsoever, because this is the beginning of a manifestation, of a very, very powerful manifestation that will be going on for a while, but most importantly, it's going to bring the huge impact on your life. Nothing is going to be the same after this moment in time, in the best possible way. And I know that there are going to be some worries on your mind. Here, I know that you're going to be worrying, and you must not worry. You need to dissolve these limiting beliefs, my gorgeous Gemini. This is so important, because if you do not dissolve these limiting beliefs, then this is only going to affect your manifestation. So you have to be optimistic, and as soon as something negative comes to you, which is natural, then what you need to do to break through, you need to break free. And in order to break free, you need to focus on the outcome, not how you're going to get there. Just focus on the outcome, where you want to get. Imagine it, feel it, live it, dive through, baby, and that's all what you need to do. Don't worry how you're gonna get there, because I know you're gonna be worrying here, but then you must not do this, because this is going to later turn into like a real challenges, completely unnecessarily indeed. You know, this is a lot to do with like an amazing opportunity, the beginning of manifestation, and it's an important time for your development. It's to do with things that you're ambitious about anyway, and it's to do with your desire as well, my gorgeous Gemini. Indeed, absolutely remarkable in so many different ways. Like, oh my God, by the time you get to the mid part of this month, my gorgeous Gemini, it's like basically, before I go there, I would highly suggest you also look at this absolutely gorgeous, you probably have seen me advertising this before, a blue tiger eye. Very, very powerful. Check these colors, absolutely stunning, quite rare. They're quite difficult to actually get hold of, and at the same time they're very, very powerful. I suggest you to get a blue tiger's eye, because this in itself, it's going to really prevent any evil eye from coming to you. And remember before, almost as if someone is holding, what I said to you before, almost as someone is holding like a grudges against you. I know someone is holding a grudges against you, and it's like, you know, if someone is holding a grudges against you, the worst thing you can do is do something bad to yourself just to help out somebody else. You have to help yourself first. You need to work on yourself first. You need to make yourself happy, because otherwise you're working the other way around, and it's almost as if someone is going to be holding grudges against you, and that particular person is going to be very strong and very powerful within their energy, and they can be very dangerous when they're like that, people, you know, because there is going to be a huge amount of maybe negative energy that is going to be projected towards you, not intentionally, but also unintentionally, you know. And you're very spiritual, you're very open, so you don't want to pick up on this energy, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is why this is so important, because the blue tiger's eye is going to prevent this negative energy from affecting you. It's going to stop an evil eye energy coming through forward, but also at the same time, it's going to help you to spiritually connect yourself with yourself, because of the blue tiger's eye. Because of the blue, it's like basically, it does have a power to enhance the third psychic eye, also known as the pineal gland, which is like, oh my God, the crucial part of us and our spirituality and our understanding about everything and anything else. The more we kind of work on our pineal gland, the more open-minded we are, the more we understand, especially when it comes to ourselves, and especially when it comes to us doing things that we don't understand about ourselves. So a lot comes to the surface. So on one hand, this protects you, and on another hand, it attracts luck when it comes to career, finances. But then again, at the same time, it really kind of opens up your third psychic eye. So you wear this, you understand things clearly, and you maybe sometimes even go for the different options that you would normally go, that you don't understand to start with, but then later on it all starts making sense, you know. So it's really like kind of great little helper when it comes to speeding certain things up in your life, indeed. So this is a blue tiger's eye, my gorgeous Gemini. I highly suggest you to wear this. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. When it comes to the mid part of this month, my gorgeous Gemini, there is this absolutely gorgeous female person. I really like this female person, you know, and this female person is just somebody who is like very compassionate, and somebody who like gives lots of comfort, somebody who's very, very calm, somebody who's very nurturing, somebody who's very intelligent spiritually and in so many different ways, somebody who's like so powerful that when that person talks to other people, that person has an effect on other people, like a healing effect on other people, you know. So when you talk to this person, you kind of feel stable. So you will be speaking to this person, my gorgeous Gemini, at around the mid-month, and you know, to start with, that person is really going to inspire you about something, because that person is going to give you this information, and this is really going to inspire you, because of that information you're going to understand how easy it is to do something that you were worried about doing for so long, something that created a blockage in itself when it comes to you moving on with your life. But at the same time, through this person, you're also going to understand that you need to cut that you're maybe a little bit disorganized, that you have been a little bit disorganized lately, and then you need to reprioritize in life, because this in itself did create a bit of lack of balance indeed. So that made you to be overwhelmed at the time when you shouldn't have been overwhelmed. So it will just change a little bit of picture right in front of you. If you would be facing something that you are passionate about, then you know, you would feel confused and indecisive, but you just kind of wouldn't understand where this is coming from. So this is what this lack of energy can actually do. So in itself, like pretty much so, it did create like this burden in your life, you know. So now you're gonna understand through this person, like that there was some kind of burden that was created in your life because you were maybe even overcommitted, you were disorganized, you didn't reprioritize. You see, you should have put yourself as a number one, and this is only because one specific person was also like draining your energy so badly. One specific person had a terrible impact on you and your life lately, and that particular person was draining your energy terrible as well. So all this created this burden, my gorgeous Gemini here. You know, almost as if you ended up with extra responsibilities that you shouldn't have even like kind of being part of at this stage of your life. So now you will understand through this person, it's such a beautiful impact this person is going to have on you. It's not about what that person is going to tell you, but it's more about the courage that you're going to have. You will be inspired by this person in such a gorgeous, beautiful way when it comes to you having a courage, when it comes to you having a confidence, when it comes to you understanding the power of your own independence, when it comes to you having a focus, when it comes to you having a zest for life, when it comes to you feeling so determined, when it comes to you feeling so like kind of, oh my God, so excited about something really specific here, about the challenge that you've had like for the last 7 months. There was this terrible challenge that you've been dealing with, my gorgeous Gemini, and the part of that terrible challenge that you've been dealing with, maybe you were part of some kind of competition like within the last 7 months and things didn't go your way, and that in itself, you've just left things then and there. So now it's like basically you are going to be dealing with the challenge that came out of that within the last 7 months, and you are going to have a clear idea how you're actually going to do this. And this is all the clarity that is going to come from this gorgeous woman, gorgeous person here, and it's like you, like that person person is going to have an impact on you, that to be truthful to yourself, to stay true to yourself. Because if you're not, again, you're just doing things different way around, the wrong way around. So now it's time to snap out of it. You're about to snap out of it, something that was holding you down for way too long. So it's all about this clarity that you're going to have, and an idea, clear idea. So this in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of the fact that you need to have a higher standards, you know, when it comes to your life. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not having higher standards at all. Do not get me wrong. But now you're just about to climb higher. You will realize, oh my God, there's so many fruit to pick. Do you know what I mean? You're just going to find yourself amongst all this gorgeous fruit that are going to be at your reach to pick and just eat it. Do you know what I mean? So this is why, this is when I'm talking about like high standards, you know, it's like by you following your passion, you know, but more about how you want your life to be, more about like, oh God, this has been missing out of my life for so long. I've been so unhappy for this for so long. If I don't do something now, later on it's going to be too late. You know what I mean? You just need to understand that this moment in time, you are going to move on with your life. You're moving on with your life. You know, this is absolutely brilliant. And then at the same time, you know, this is bringing so much closure into your life, especially when it comes to like, you know, things that have been left kind of incomplete in the past, that you've been kind of worried about, but now you're going to realize a couple of things that it's better to leave them incomplete than bring them into this present moment in time, because something is going to happen here, the huge moment of transformation, where you will see that now suddenly you're going to start feeling very passionate about new aspects, new things, and you are not going to feel passionate about certain things in your past as well. This is brilliant, because your own destiny, it's about to catch up with you as well. You are going to have this gorgeous person who is going to walk into your life, my gorgeous Gemini, and that gorgeous person you're gonna feel a connection to like you've never felt connection to anybody else before. Okay, and I think that sometimes, you know, my gorgeous Gemini, you are fantastic, but you do fall for people like really quickly. You fall for people maybe sometimes really quickly. I'm not having a go at you or anything like that. Please don't get me wrong. And God forbid, and I'm not saying that you jump in the bed like straight away. Even if you are, that's your thing. That's to do with you. Nothing wrong with that. No, I'm joking. No, that's your thing. That's absolutely nothing. Not a problem with that whatsoever. My God, I'm like the last to criticize, or, you know, everybody has got their own spiritual journeys, you know. But the problem is that maybe lately or within the last 2 or 3 years, maybe on one hand you've fallen very quickly for the wrong people, and maybe certain things would happen too quickly. And this is like pretty much so for those of you who are single or who are looking for love and things like that, you know what I mean? So you just very soon you would fall for people, for the wrong people, and then everything would unfold really quickly, and then really soon you would realize that they're nothing but complete bastards. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So this is exactly how you would feel. So I'm just telling you. And also maybe the problem was so far because you didn't come across the right person and you were going through so much. There is a reason for it, indeed. You would just start relationship from the wrong way around, instead of starting it at the beginning and work your way like the way you should work your relationship towards. You would start your relationship at the end. And if you start your relationship with someone at the end, hello, there is nowhere else to work towards. You see what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You're going the other way around, wrong way around. So you start at the end and there is nowhere else to go after that moment in time. So you have to start the relationship at the right time. So maybe you were rushing, things would happen really quickly. However, it doesn't matter, okay? You are reaching this stage of your life. You need to appreciate yourself. You are gorgeous. You are amazing. You are beautiful people. You are so attractive in so many different ways. Like, you're so attractive. Your mind is attracted. It's not just about body and all that, baby, but it's about the mind. It's about your spirituality, and you're very kind of you're beautiful people, so you have to give a credit to yourself, and you must not think about yourself in a low way or in a negative way, because this is the energy you're going to attract. You just have to say to yourself, I'm amazing, I'm gorgeous, I am everything, you know, beautiful, and just be optimistic, and that's the exact energy that you're actually going to attract. The bottom line here is that, you know, there is somebody really beautiful that is about to walk into your life at around the mid-July, and that gorgeous person who is going to walk into your life, my gorgeous Gemini, it's at the same time, you know, you're gonna feel the connection like you've never felt before. And this is someone that I need you to just take one step at a time. Let them wait for like 2 years. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. No, just a joke, yeah. This is the someone who you just need to kind of have a slightly different approach with. Maybe this person is just like a little bit, to you, this person is going to feel like a very traditional person, but you're gonna like this. You need a bit of a traditional in your life, you see, and this is somebody that it's going to be very it's gonna play a really important role in your life. On another note, if you are not looking for, hello my darling, relationship, if you're not looking for boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, then if you're married or you're happy or you just don't want relationship, absolutely fine. This also means that someone is still going to walk into your life who is gonna play a significant role, like a really great friend, but it's gonna feel like this is like, in a way, your spiritual guide, in a way like your little guardian angel, and it's gonna feel like that person is just like, oh my god, from a different world, you know. But it is going to be someone who is going to make a major impact into your life, that is about to walk in, okay? You will understand so much more about yourself and about so many other things after this person walks into your life, my gorgeous Gemini. So even if you're not looking for relationship, it's going to be like a friend or really amazing person who you're just gonna feel such a strong connection with, and you're gonna be like, where have you been all my life? You're gonna like it, you know. This is brilliant. But when you meet this person, it's also going to seem like you've known this person from before. That's how you're gonna feel, and I can tell you that you will indeed. You do know this person from your past life, or from one of your past lives. And also there is a number 2 that is going to be connected to this person. Number 2, somehow. Maybe you're gonna meet that person at 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Maybe you're gonna meet that person at 20 past 2. Maybe that person is going to have number 2 in their date of birth, in their year of birth, you know what I mean? But somehow that person is going to be connected to number 2 indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Gemini, it's also this absolutely beautiful solar quartz. Since you are going through, so I don't know if you can see it, it's like really gorgeous, but it looks just white like this, isn't it? Look, I don't know if you can see it. No, I'm not too sure, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it helps you to like recenter yourself as soon as you wear this. It helps you to connect spiritually, but it also kind of, as soon as you wear this, you know, there's so many realizations that you have, like intuitive realizations, psychic realizations. It really helps you to guide, you know, it really guides you, because it opens you up and you're able to understand like signs, omens, synchronicities and messages. You know, you are able to kind of realize them, because sometimes so much is going on, but then this helps you with that balance. So if there is some kind of synchronicity or message for you when you wear this, you're able to, oh gosh, you know, you're able to kind of notice this, and sometimes those can be so crucial on our spiritual journey indeed. This gorgeous solar quartz comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By the time you get to the last part of this month, my gorgeous Gemini, it's like basically, you know, This is brilliant because you will know, this is important, you will know that a couple of things here. You will know there's a very good sign, very good message. This news that you're gonna have, it's gonna absolutely make you blow up in the best possible way. Amazing news, amazing message. When it comes to accomplishment, you are gonna feel so proud with yourself, my gorgeous Gemini, and I am so proud of you because this is to do with something that you almost got scared about because nothing was happening, nothing was changing. It's something that you've been working on. It's okay, it was going forward, but not as good as you wanted it. So this message is really going to, ooh la la, rejuvenate you. It's going to put a big smile on your face, but most importantly, so it's a big accomplishment, but most importantly, a couple of things that are going to come out of it. On one hand, you will know that this is going to bring a long-term success into your life, but on another hand, you will also know it will be revealed to you what exactly do you need to contribute here. This in itself is going to bring you such a respect because you are going to need to make this certain move, and you can only make this move when you like really are so beautifully responsible of your own life. You can only make this move when you are like a leader of your life. You need to be brave. And that in itself is going to bring stability, it's going to bring focus into your life because, after this moment in time, this is not only going to protect your sanity, but it's also at the same time going to like really show you the way how you can live your life much more happier, in a better way, without so many responsibilities, without so many unnecessary things and unnecessary baggage to worry about, and to like kind of like think about things that are practical, about practicality, about like what's about your happiness and things like that. It's important because you felt over the last maybe couple of years like you've lost your way, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is the first time after a long time when you are gonna feel like you're finally finding your way. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Gemini, in so many different ways. So now, my gorgeous Geminis, I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. Okay, so for those of you who are in relationships, I'm going to shuffle these cards right now. So for those of you who are in relationships, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the month of July, ooh la la, you see this? You are going to make a really brave move. You're going to make a really brave step, my gorgeous Gemini. This is for those of you who are in relationship. You are going to decide to do something really big. You're going to decide to do something really important, both of you, and you will know that you're going to be so much happier after that moment in time. But what you're going to decide to do, it's going to be a really big move, a really big step, and you can't do that just like overnight. So this is going to require a little bit of like a hermit mode, because you will decide to do something so big as the couple, but then at the same time you will not know how to do this. It's about making a really big step, which is going to change so much, every single aspect in your life in the best possible way. So this is going to need some kind of planning. So first of all, you're going to have this realization, the conversation with your partner, and you're going to come to terms with something, and then you're going to make a really important decision, like a really big move. You will not know how to do this, and then within the next few days after that moment in time, you are going to have this hermit mode. Look, you are going to have this hermit mode, which indeed in itself, it's going to bring a clarity, and it's going to, on one hand, mentally prepare you that, you are basically both returning to something really traditional. Okay, so you lived your life in a certain way for a long time, but before you lived your life in a certain way in a long time, before that, you lived your life in a certain way. I hope that makes sense. So now now you're going to realize enough of this life, we are returning to the life that we lived previously. I really hope that makes sense, but it's a lot to do with you returning to yourself, returning to your roots, how it was before. You were so much happier, like so much happier, both of you. So it's important to mention the word traditional, and it's also important to mention the word like this is all going to kind of return you where you were before, where you were so much happier indeed. And when it comes to those of you who are in relationship, when it comes to those of you who are single, I told you that somebody really beautiful, it's about to enter your life. It's about to enter your spiritual journey. This person is like really honestly going to be completely different, like to everybody you've ever met before. This person is going to be remarkable. And this person is also like kind of going to have an impact and influence on you. When you meet this person, you're going to realize, like, I've never felt like this around anybody before. You can be 20, you can be 30, you can be 40, you can be 50, you can be 60, 70, 80, 90. It doesn't matter if you're ready for woomish things. That doesn't matter. I'm joking. That doesn't matter, you know, by the way. Yeah, that doesn't matter, you know, how old you are. I'm just talking about the actual life experience. I'm talking about how many partners you've actually had. It doesn't really matter. When you meet this person, this person is going to be completely different to everybody else. That's what I'm trying to say. And you are going to realize there is so much more in life that you want to do. That person is going to be primarily responsible for you having this zest for life again. And it doesn't matter where you are at your spiritual journey. I'm talking about someone really significant who you are going to feel connection to like never before. There is so much that you're going to understand about yourself and about your life through this person. You're going to feel so happy. You will know who are you waiting for all this time. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye. Gemini, Gemini, raise your vibration, baby.